Good afternoon, Year 5s, and welcome to your French lesson. We're so excited that you enjoyed our attempt at French last week. So we're really excited for you to have a go today. So Miss Melvin and I are at school at the moment, and we're really looking forward to having you guys back next week. But before we get back, we're going to be going through another French lesson today, and we're going to try our best to pronunciate the words. Miss Melvin is far more fluent at French than I am, but I am getting there, and I hope you guys too. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we're going to look at today's lesson.
Okay, so our date is a little bit different today because we have changed our months. So today is Mercredi 1 Mars 2021.
Oh, we're not on the 1st anymore, are we?
Oh, no.
Right.
So
Starting again. We'll sort this out. You guys carry on looking at the steps to success while Miss Fink sorts out the date.
Okay, so our LO is to express our opinions of food, and our steps to success are to know how to say if you like or dislike a food in French, know how to say if you are hungry or thirsty in French. So we're going to be looking at the vocab we looked at last week and saying whether we like or dislike it. So you need to be remembering all the foods. And Miss Fink's found our date for us.
Right, so today is not the 1st anymore because we did this PowerPoint on the 1st. Today is the 3rd. And that is how we pronounce it, is
Trois.
Trois, but you spell it quite interestingly. Right, so there we go. So if we have a listen, here is the word trois.
Trois.
There you go. So maybe you can say that out aloud. Right, we're going to move on now, and we're going to do a little bit of a just checking from last week. And can you guys remember if you the French words for these 4 food groups? So can you see if you can remember these 4 food items and say them out aloud in French? So pause your video now and see how many you can remember. It's just these 4.
Okay, so the first one is obviously bread, and in French, well done if you said it was le pain. Le pain is French for bread. And then the second one was a chicken, and remember that was le poulet, is chicken.
Then we have cheese, and cheese is le fromage. And then we have ice cream, which is le glace. Hopefully you got 4 out of 4, remembering your French words from last week.
Super. So we've got some fun food facts for you this week. So sandwiches. French sandwiches are very different from English ones. They are usually made of half a baguette and cut lengthways, with many different fillings between them. The most popular are le jambon beurre, so ham and butter. We haven't learnt butter yet, so that's a good one to remember. And le jambon fromage, so we know that's ham and cheese. And French sandwiches can be as long as 35 centimetres, which is about half a baguette, so like quite a big sandwich.
Like a ruler length.
Yeah, exactly. So les frites et les chips. So this is all about fries, like chips and crisps. So French fries are called les frites and are originally from Belgium. Although they are the pride of Belgium, these strips of deep fried potato are served with many French dishes. One of the most popular dishes is steak frites. Now, to be very confusing, les chips in French means crisps. The French like eating crisps with drinks and nibbles just before a meal. So be aware, next time you go to a French restaurant, make sure you order the right food. A bowl of frites is chips, not a bowl of chips, which would give you some crisps.
Quite confusing, isn't it?
Exactly.
But fun fact for the day, guys, where back home, I don't know if you guys call it here, but a baguette back home in South Africa, I called it a French loaf or a French bread. So we didn't call it a baguette, whereas here you guys call it a baguette.
Yeah,
hey?
We call it a baguette, or sometimes people call it a French stick.
A French stick. Yeah. So we would call it a French bread. Like, can you go to the shops and get me a French bread? So same thing, but just different countries say it in different ways. Right, so we're going to be looking at some new vocab today, and obviously this all revolves around food, and we're going to be looking at how we can say different ways of expressing ourselves with I like something or I dislike something, and to express that you're hungry or thirsty.
So our first new vocab word is for I like, and Miss Fink is going to play how to say I like cheese. So listen out for le fromage.
J'aime le fromage.
So it's j'aime, which is I like, le fromage. And we remember cheese from before.
J'aime le fromage. It always sounds so like, Ooh, like I want to like have like a little
That's the French
way.
language. The second one we're looking at is I don't like. So if you don't like cheese, you would say
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
Should we try that one again?
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
So good, Miss Morvena. So good. I hope I go to France with you.
We can try.
Right, the next one we're going to be looking at is I am hungry. So let's listen carefully.
J'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
A little bit like le pain.
Yeah,
You just don't, le pain. It's j'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
J'ai faim.
Right, I am hungry. So say those words out loud and see if you can pronunciate them correctly. And if we want to say I am thirsty, then we're going to say
J'ai soif.
j'ai soif.
Je sois.
Je soif.
Je soif.
Miss Morvena. Or is it Madame Bazelle?
Madame.
Madame. Feel so old. All right, so let's put those into practice. Can you now translate these words into English? Into French, it isn't English, into French. So if you want to say I'm hungry, how would you say that in French? And then which one would you choose if you were hungry? Would you choose water or an egg? And hopefully you remember which one that word is in French. So see if you can have a go at translating those. If you need to use your Google Translate even, get your Google Translate app, type in the words, listen to them, play them back and see if you can say those words out aloud. So we'll give you a few minutes. So if you need to pause the video now, and then we'll go through it in a moment.
Okay, so hopefully you would have remembered from the words we've just gone through that I'm hungry is j'ai faim, and then I want is j'ai vu un ouf is an egg. So je veux un ouf.
Good job, Miss Morvena. Right, hopefully you guys got that at home as well. So let's go on to the next one. If you want to say I'm thirsty, now if you're thirsty, what do you think you're going to want? Orange juice or a sandwich, and see if you can translate those words now into French. And again, if you need to log on to Google Translate and hear how you pronunciate those words, we have done orange juice before in our previous lesson. So have a go at seeing if you can now remember I'm thirsty and I want, what do you want? Pause the video if you need.
Okay, so I'm thirsty, je soif, j'ai vu de jus d'orange. So lots of you liked that one last week, orange juice, de jus d'orange. So j'ai vu de jus d'orange. So hopefully you got those ones as well.
Well done, guys. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at I like and I don't like, and we've gone through those already. Should we go through them one more time, Miss Morvena?
Yes.
I like and I don't like. So if we had to say I like cheese again, we would say
J'aime le fromage.
j'aime le fromage.
J'aime.
So that's how we need to pronounce that word, j'aime. Kind of like gem,
Yeah.
but j'aime. And then if we're looking at I don't like,
Je n'aime pas le fromage.
je n'aime pas le fromage.
Perfect.
Ah, gold star for mistake. Right, so can you now, at the bottom there, we've given you some words, and most of these are words that you would have seen from last week's vocab lesson. So if you would like to choose some words and put them into practice, so in saying I like and I don't like, and can you make 3 sentences of each? So saying I like, and then if you like, let's say cake, then you would say
J'aime un gâteau.
there we go. And then if we wanted to say I don't like something, then let's say you don't like your vegetables.
You'd say je n'aime pas les légumes. I think there's
Legumes.
legumes.
Good. So try and make up 3 sentences of each just to get practicing with those. Even if you do like it, just say I don't like, just so that you're getting used to how we say the words, and have a go at doing that now as a bit of a fun way. You can just say them out loud. You can write them down if you want as well. You can tell your mum or your dad or your brothers or sisters or your dog or your teddy bear. We don't really mind, but see if you can say those words out aloud. So pause the video now and have a go.
Okay, so this is just a little conversation that you could have with your family member or teacher sibling or a parent, but it's just to show you some dialogue, so how it would work in practice. So the first little boy's question has said, and we're gonna have a look at how we would say this.
Je voudrais une pomme, s'il vous plaît.
Okay,
Say
so
one more time.
yeah.
Je voudrais une pomme, s'il vous plaît.
So je voudrais means I would like. So if you're asking for something, you'd say I would like. Je voudrais, and that is the first bit. And then une pomme, if you can guess from what the little girl's holding, is an apple. So une pomme. S'il vous plaît, we have down the bottom, means please. So if you're going to ask for something in French, you'd say s'il vous plaît. So altogether that reads, I would like an apple, please.
It's very good to have those lovely manners at the end there, the s'il vous plaît.
Exactly.
I don't know how, if I had to read that in English, I'd be like, sol vos plat.
Yeah.
Remember how we need to
letters.
pronounce it. S'il vous plaît. All right. And then if you wanted to say, here we go, which would be voilà.
Voilà.
Voila.
Voila. Here you
Okay.
go.
And I'm sure you guys might have heard that word before. Voila. Here we go. Especially in magic tricks, eh?
Yeah. And then the final thing the boy says is merci,
Merci.
which is thank you, which is
Yeah.
lovely manners also.
Good. Yeah, we want to hear those words when we come back to school. Merci.
It's great to know if you go to France and you need to say thank you to someone or please can I have this if you're in a supermarket.
Definitely. It's so nice to have lovely manners. Okay, so now you're going to log on to Teams for us, please, and you're going to complete the activity that's on Teams. And I hope you enjoyed your French lesson today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your learning this week. So
Yes.
have a wonderful day.
See you very soon.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.